Hey class, welcome to week 6. You know, definitely heading downhill now pretty fast once we got over that halfway hump of the class. We're steaming rolling down week 6 to week 7, so it's ending real quick. Just a reminder, once the class ends in week 7, I can't accept any work. So if you have late work, missed work, and you want to talk about possibly making up, just depends on what's going on. Sometimes if it's not too late, you can make it up. But if you want a chance to make it up, you have to get with me within the 7 weeks. Once the class ends, it's done. Zero stay zeros, okay? This week is one of my favorite weeks because it's more built towards personality and social psychology, and everything that we're seeing today, everything you see today on the news and everything going on relates to what you'll study this week. So some stuff in the study material where it talks about even political extremism and cultural orientation, goals as representations of behavior is another good one. Are you following the herd? Like, are you just following the crowd? Or, so you learn a little bit more about group formation and peer pressure and stuff like that. So this is a really good week to read the material, seeing how some of the events you see what's going on in the world today. Okay, this week you'll be in your DQ. There's a really fun young typology test, which is pretty interesting. You click on the website in DQ1 and you take this brief assessment, and it kind of goes over your personality traits. You report on it. Remember, copying, pasting quotes, don't do. Just report your figures. Quotes never count as word count anyways, so just be mindful of that. But it's a fun test. It actually goes over a bit of your personality and some of your traits. Not everyone's going to agree with the results necessarily, depends, but they do, those little typology tests usually do a pretty decent job giving some kind of snapshot of who a person is. Okay. And the good thing about these typology tests or some of these assessments is they're used by employers to kind of gauge the personality of the applicant to see if the personality fits the environment and the structure of the organization. So they're used for various different reasons. There's other assessments out there that I like to use that are really, really accurate and give you a really good pinpoint of what kind of personality you have, which could also help you understand what kind of job fits you, what kind of career choice would mold with your would match with your personality. This Sunday's assignment is called Applying Psychology to Everyday Life. You should be still trying to write everything in third person, even though this gives you an opportunity to discuss who you are and how psychology matches your personal life. You should be using more third person still. There's a strategy to write third person. I do allow some first person, but if it gets out of hand, there's point deductions. Okay, so this assignment that's coming up does also use 2 to 3 scholarly resources, which means research articles from the GCU library. No websites, okay? Make sure you're getting all your sources from the GCU website. In the past, there's been some issues with students using websites to use as sources. I had a student use 5, called for 2 sources in an assignment, scholarly sources from the GCU library, and they used 5 websites, 20% off, okay, because they're not credible. So be mindful of that, all right? If you have any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know.